just feel things again. I think, I don't know what type of minutes I'm going to get will look like, but just when I'm out.
Asterisk, asterisk. The drama surrounding Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Plum has exploded into something far bigger than a single press conference. What started as a subtle dig at the WNBA All-Star game turned into a cultural firestorm, one that didn't just expose petty rivalries, but laid bare the very foundation cracks of the league itself. This wasn't just about a comment. This was about power, jealousy, and what happens when one player suddenly becomes too influential to ignore. Asterisk, asterisk, Caitlin Clark, still early in her professional journey, has already done what most WNBA stars dream of. In a decade, she's moved the needle. She's packed arenas, broken viewership records, and reignited national and even global interest in the league. And yet, at a time when her presence should be unifying, it became the flashpoint for a league-wide rift. The irony wasn't caused by her words. It was caused by someone else's. Kelsey Plum stepped up to the microphone after the All-Star game, looking to make a statement, not just for the cameras.
I think that has to be intentional for our group going forward. It's like we have to be a step ahead of everything.
But for the league's message of fair pay. Players wore shirts reading asterisk pay us. What? You owe us asterisk, a visual protest aimed at bringing attention to decades of underpayment and disregard. It was supposed to be a moment of unity. But when Kelsey added one unscripted remark, the tone shifted. Not to tattletale, she said with a tight smile, but 0 members of Team Clark were present. The words hit hard. It was an unmistakable jab, cloaked in passive aggression, and designed to isolate the one player who wasn't there to defend herself. Caitlin Clark hadn't attended the protest, not because she didn't care, but because she wasn't part of the All-Star roster. She was back home, nursing her body after a grueling first half of the season. But none of that mattered once Plum's comment went viral. The message was clear. Caitlin wasn't one of them. Not truly.
Things that we're in the room fighting for, like he said, is, we should be paid more, and hopefully
not in the way they had decided mattered. What Kelsey may not have expected, though, was the public's reaction. The internet didn't rally behind her. It recoiled. NBA analysts, sports fans, commentators, even WNBA legends like Stacey King and Charles Barkley, all of them voiced the same confusion. Why would you throw shade at the one person who is actively making your paycheck bigger? Plum didn't just come off as bitter, she came off as jealous, and worse, ungrateful. This wasn't just about Caitlin Clark missing a meeting. It was about who gets to lead in the WNBA, about who's allowed to be the face of the league. And suddenly, instead of asking for fair pay, the conversation shifted to one word: pettiness. Clark, to her credit, didn't clap back. She didn't do a tell-all. She didn't take to social media to defend her absence. She did something far.
at the very end, where we went to our second Final Four, second national championship game, and just how much
far more effective. She waited. And when the moment was right, she dropped a single. Icy comment on Kelsey Plum's Instagram post from a Nike event, asterisk. Thank you for the Nike ad. Asterisk 7 words. That's all it took. In that moment, Caitlin Clark didn't just respond, she flipped the entire narrative. With a single, flawless mic drop of a comment, she exposed the contradiction at the heart of Plum's attack. While Kelsey represented Under Armour, she was standing in front of a Nike-branded backdrop, Caitlin Clark's brand. The irony didn't need to be explained. It was brutal, it was clean, it was effective. The public devoured it. That comment alone racked up thousands of likes, retweets, and replies. No sports blogs broke it down like it was a chess move. And it was.
Being a 3-point competition for everybody to watch at some point. Not everybody needs to freak out. So,
It wasn't just a flex. It was a warning. Asterisk, you can talk all you want. I'll just keep winning. Asterisk and win. She did. Even without playing in the All-Star game, Caitlin dominated headlines. Media coverage followed her every move. She was the centerpiece of the league's branding that weekend. Sponsors lined up. Cameras followed her. Fans chanted her name. She wasn't even wearing a jersey, and yet she was still the main event. Meanwhile, Kelsey Plum's moment was already fading in for all the wrong reasons. Back in that press conference, you could see it unfold in real time. Sabrina Ionescu, sitting beside Plum as she made her remarks, visibly froze. Went flat, her body language stiff. She didn't nod. She didn't smile. She didn't co-sign the message. She just sat there, looking like she'd witnessed something she knew would go viral for all the wrong
Word, and that's what you need to be successful. So you got to give them a lot of credit.
Reasons. And she was right. Because the issue here wasn't just about Caitlin Clark missing a protest. It was about resentment. It was about a league that hasn't quite figured out how to handle fame. Caitlin isn't just another rookie. She's the first phenomenon the WNBA has had in decades. She's bringing in ticket revenue, driving up merch sales, and single-handedly attracting more casual fans than any campaign ever has. She didn't demand that spotlight. She earned it. But instead of embracing her, parts of the league seem hell-bent on resenting her. Some players feel overlooked, others feel threatened. The attention, the endorsements, the historic coverage, Clark's getting all of it. And it's exposing years of frustrations among veterans who've never tasted that kind of spotlight. Some of those feelings are
Breaks coming up, but our focus is on these 3 games that we have left. So, and that's
understandable. But the way they're being handled, that's where things are getting messy. Because this isn't just about competition on the court. It's about identity, relevance, and control. Some insiders don't like that Caitlin isn't playing by the usual rules. She's not waiting her turn. She's not quietly earning her place. She is the place. The league's biggest games are the ones she's playing in, the highest ratings, all hers. The merch flying off the shelves, it's her name. And for some, that's just too much to swallow. But let's not lose sight of what's happening here. Caitlin Clark is doing exactly what the WNBA has needed for years, bringing in fresh eyes, fresh revenue, and national attention. If anything, the league should be rallying behind her, not trying to clip her wings. Instead, we've seen players throw shade, target her physically during games, and now take petty shots in press
it's still a learning process and trying to figure your teammates out and figure out the new system.
conferences. That's not activism. That's insecurity, and the fans are seeing it. The backlash isn't coming from Clark's loyalists alone. It's coming from everyday sports fans who recognize when a league is biting the hand that feeds it. You can't cry for more visibility and tear down the very person who's making you visible. And still, Caitlin hasn't flinched. She's kept her head down, kept hooping, and let the scoreboard do the talking. That's rare. It's powerful. That's what makes her different. Behind the scenes, brand deals are rolling in. Endorsements are now valued over $1 million a year. The WNBA's expansion fee just jumped from $50 million to $250 million directly after Caitlin's arrival. Attendance is up over 40%. Social media engagement is breaking records. For the first time in the league's history, casual fans are tuning
It was a special year, just everything that happened within women's sports and
in. All because of one player. So when Kelsey Plum tried to weaponize a moment of unity against her, it didn't hurt Caitlin. It exposed Kelsey. Showed just how uncomfortable some players are with what Clark represents. Change. Fast, disruptive, undeniable change. The kind that forces everyone around her to level up or get left behind. That's why this isn't just a feud. It's a reckoning. Caitlin Clark didn't need to scream, rant, or tweet to make her point. She didn't ask for validation. She already had it from fans, from brands, from the numbers. And Kelsey Plum? She got the attention she wanted, but not in the way she imagined. Now, the WNBA faces a choice. Will it lift up the stars who are changing the game, or will it let internal politics and ego-driven shade hold it back? Caitlin Clark isn't here to play the old game. She's here to rewrite the rules. And if some aren't ready for that, they'll be watching from the sidelines as she leads the charge. Asterisk, asterisk, if you stand with Caitlin Clark for her class, her game, and her quiet power drop, a 100% in the comments. Let the world know you see through the noise. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications Because the future of the WNBA isn't just happening, it's happening right now.